Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Manic Monday, filmed on a Wednesday. Today is episode 18. What did I do for my stream today? Not much and simultaneously a decent amount. I had my first day at my new job because I actually got a better job than the job that I was working at previously. So I did that today, which is pretty fun. I worked for about 5.5 hours and then I came home. However, while I was at work, my partner informed me that my cat had thrown up multiple times. So, yeah, not fun. I ended up managing a little bit of that information while I was on my break and as soon as I got out of work. And my partner took our cat to the vet, which cost a pretty penny. Pretty much any hope that I had of being able to afford the subscription box left today. The sticker subscription box, which is fine. She is our cat, our child, our princess, and I love her, and I would do anything for her. But on that note, I started a Ko-fi while I was streaming. That was actually towards the end of the first Pomodoro and during the second Pomodoro. It was something that I had been bouncing around the idea of, but kind of today I was like, we're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off and do it. While any wealth generation that I get from filming, from content, might not be that much, Ko-fi would at least allow me to have that opportunity available before YouTube memberships become an option, because I would need to wait until I have 500 subscribers in order to qualify for that. Which, yeah, it only takes one video to hit it big, and but let's be realistic. I can't necessarily hope for and expect for that. I can work really hard, which this week I actually did also take a pretty big step last night. While I was on the couch, I started editing one of the stationery videos that I have filmed. So you can actually expect that to be coming out, hopefully sometime soon. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow, but other than that, I have the day off, aside from a meeting that I've got with my designer for Scope Creep, which we'll talk about Scope Creep here in a second. But tomorrow, I have the entire day off, so my hope is that I can edit the videos together, and then I can publish them, and I can also film the July setup, because I do have stationery, I do have the stickers available to set up July. It's just whether or not I'll be able to afford August's subscription box is up there. But it's fine. Stefan, my partner and I have talked about the idea of just cutting our losses this month and then getting a box set from the website at $100 instead of the $60 that the subscription would cost us. So they sell their box sets for $100 on their website, and it comes with everything that you would have gotten in the deluxe package, or ultimate package, sorry. So yeah, the vote to raise minimum wage in Oklahoma didn't pass. In Tulsa and Oklahoma City, it was widely voted for, by a landslide. If Tulsa and Oklahoma City were the only places that mattered, we would have the $15 minimum wage in 2029. But rural Oklahoma decided no. So that's really unfortunate and frustrating. And it's not even a by county or district thing. It's just that there weren't enough people in Tulsa and Oklahoma City to outweigh the voters from rural Oklahoma. So, yeah. I'm quite upset about it. Yeah. Aside from that, Sunday night, I ended up having kind of a mental collapse. I talked about this in the description of last week's Manic Monday, but I'll talk about it here. I had kind of a rough mental spot on Sunday, just kind of dealing with financial stress and my stress surrounding my health and the stack of stuff that I needed to do, or the one that I needed to do and two stuff that I had done, because I did 5 interviews last week. That's a lot. And then I also had a first shift at a job that was very stressful, and I'm very happy that I don't work there anymore. So far, the first day that I had at this other different job is a lot more relaxed, and I'm getting paid more, so that's my skills coming in a clutch, baby. Yeah. Anyway, scope creeps meeting didn't end up happening on Monday. So part of today was rescheduling and trying to get that in order. Hopefully we'll be able to get that running and up and off the ground soon. I didn't end up doing any other work for scope creep as far as pulling the tasks from the Kanban board so I can put it on a new Kanban board, and I didn't end up researching any serverless functions in Databricks, but I will probably manage to be able to do that within the next 2 weeks, I think. Yeah. I don't really have too terribly much else to say. I guess we can do our treats. Despite not getting much done and despite not having much to do, I still did manage to do 2 hours worth of work today. With a minimal distraction as well. So, we're gonna go for, sorry, I'm trying to make this editable for the shorts, because I'd like to start posting shorts soon. So, let's take that from the top. 2 paws means 2 treats. So let's go ahead and go with a boba can. I do like these quite a bit. They've grown on me. Haichus at the top. We'll go with the blue Hawaiian Haichu. And I thought that I had more Kopikos in here than Haichus, but it looks like the Kopikos are just on the edges. No, I definitely have more Kopikos than Haichus. So in that case, we will go with 1 and 2 Kopikos. Awesome. Plan for next week? I'm not sure. I'm kind of hoping to do research on serverless functions before running Wednesday next week, which it should be easier for me to run Wednesdays, by the way, with this new job. The store is not open as late as the different new job that I had last time. So Wednesdays should actually be a bit more feasible. Hopefully, we will see. And I'll let you know if they're not. If they're not, then we'll pivot to a different day. Maybe we'll stream on Mondays. Make it a true Manic Monday. Yeah, so plan for next week. I think I'd like to get myself to the point where all I need to do is admin work. Of course, that depends, because my team might vote to have their meeting on Monday, which I doubt. I think this upcoming Monday was a conflict with one of my members, so, but if not, which is likely not, I'd like to set myself up to only have admin work to do on Wednesday and have done all of the research for serverless functions ahead of time and have like notes and whatnot. I've also noticed that like handwritten notes just feel a lot better to do, so I might try and do that for serverless functions for Databricks. I don't know which notebook I'll do that in. I've got 3 different notebooks. I've got one for Scope Creep, one for YouTube, and one for my daily. I think it probably belongs in the Scope Creep notebook, actually, so. Alright, anyway. I do think that that's all I've got. I don't really know what else I would talk about. Yeah. Tuesday was depressing, and hopefully someday we will have fair pay. But until then, I don't know, man. Survive. Peace.